Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to your home on the RNG. I'm Jeff. As always, we've got Russ.
Yay.
And Chris.
Hello.
And for this game, we have a special guest, Rachel.
Hello.
We're very excited.
Rachel has been on a number of side quests, the Never Beat series, which hopefully one day we'll get back to.
I hope so.
Been a couple years. And
Never Beat. What is that?
That is a series of side quests where Rachel and I visit Nintendo games I had as a kid that I never beat.
Oh, fun.
And we find out what it takes to actually beat those games.
Okay.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just stopping me.
And
from...
Mylon's Secret Castle.
Yeah, I'm never... I don't think I'll ever beat this. I'm trying.
And she was also in the Mass Effect series discussion that her and Russ did without me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I remember that.
but she is
Good
here today
times.
because we are talking about one of her favorite games. And what is that game, Rachel?
Persona 3 Portable. I mean, Persona 3. Or FES. Or
Yeah.
Persona 3 Reloaded.
Any of the mini releases.
Well, speaking of, before we dive into personal history, Russ, can you give us a quick breakdown of the different versions of Persona 3?
Oh, yes. There's vanilla Persona 3.
Which was on
PS2.
Okay.
Then there's Persona 3 FES or FES. Also for PS2 that came out about 9 months, about the gestation of a baby, after the original. That was like DLC. It was like what we have now as DLC, but this was on PS2, so not all of those were connected to the internet, kids. Then Persona 3 Portable for the PSP, which added the girl protagonist,
Yay.
which is fantastic. And then I, for this review, played Persona 3 Reload for the PS5 and recently for the Switch too.
Many babies have gestated between the,
They had, yes, yeah,
between the original and this one.
Mhm, yes, there's been like a Duggar family between Portable and Reload.
So I have played PS3P on my Vita, and then I played Reload as a refresher for this as well. So
Excellent.
between the four of us, Chris hasn't played any. Between the three of us, we have played multiple versions. So let's go ahead and dive into personal history. So this was actually my first Persona game, and I don't normally start a series with the third entry, but two people were relentlessly pressuring me to start with Persona 3 and not play Persona 1, 2, or 2 first. And those people are here at the table.
Yeah.
Rachel and Russ, in an uncoordinated but somehow dual attack, were pressuring me, you have to start with Persona 3, and I gave in. And honestly, they were right. This is the Persona game to start with, although maybe 4 would be better to start with. Anyway,
No.
3 or 4.
3 I still think is the best to start with. Yeah.
But 1, 2, and 2 are really a different beast. Persona 3 reinvents the series.
And peer pressure works, kids.
It does.
Whatever they told you in Dare or whatever the equivalent of that is now.
I don't think they can afford that, like any Dare
Probably
things
not.
in school. So,
And since I've got them both here,
uh-oh.
and I don't think I'm going to have them both for Persona 4,
Maybe.
I have a bone to pick with you two about Persona 4 because I was playing it when my dad died, and ain't neither one of you said don't join the drama club.
Well,
which
I
is a
didn't join
story
the
about
drama
a
club.
dying dad.
I didn't know that.
I also didn't join the drama club.
I joined the band because I felt so bad for that little girl with the rosy cheeks. I was like, she needs at least one friend.
I was a baby at the time. I was gestating.
I joined the band because I was in band, so I was like, let's
Yeah.
go over
I
here.
was in band too, but I took
was
one
also-
look at her cheeks and went, no.
Well, I was also
like,
in theater,
I think
but
this little girl is gonna jump if I don't join the band. So I did. I joined the band.
The first Persona 3 came out in 2006. It was developed by Atlus. That is the game information. Rachel, why don't you give us your personal history?
So it is ironic that I was telling you to start with Persona 3, because I actually started Persona with Persona 4. But I saw 3 all the time when I was working at a video game store. We had a used copy of Persona 3, like the first edition, and I was like, that looks fun, that looks cool. Came and went, never got it. Then we got the special edition of FES in, and it had like that. It was like I think an Amazon promotion. Like it had the art book included. I think that was like the
Yeah, I have the
Amazon
art book from somewhere. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool, because I always loved like Silver Star Story, like the Lunar series that had like the big collector stuff. And I was like, I'm obsessed with just like extra stuff. So then I bought it and I just never played it.
You have the art book.
Yeah, I had to get it, and I was going to play. I had good intentions. But then like Persona 4 came out and it was like, vibrant yellow, really cool. And so I was like, okay, I'm finally going to play a Persona and I'll start with 4. And I did, and I played it and I really loved it. And so that got me to go back and play Persona. But I didn't play the FES version that I owned, and I didn't play the Persona 3 that I ended up eventually buying just to complete the collection. I played the Persona 3 Portable Edition because that had come out, I think, like 10 months after, maybe a year after Persona 4 came out.
At least
it was
one
really,
baby.
it was really
Yeah, at
close.
least one baby. There was one baby in there.
That is going to be Chris's new way of measuring time.
That's the metric.
I mean, it's
I'll
really
have
good
forgotten
metric.
it by the next podcast.
So I was like, well, I have a portable and I work at a game store, and having this just like when no one's in the store, I can just stand at the counter and play this. So that's when I got into it, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I went online, and then I learned that like, oh, this is obviously the story changes because the protagonist is different, but they also like kind of dumbed down certain things or like smushed certain things together, got rid of the animated like cutscenes.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a demake.
Yeah,
but with the girl
with
and
a
other
girl.
editions.
Yeah, there's other
the
cool
demake
things
with a girl.
But there's other cool changes that did happen with them retelling the story with a female protagonist, which I appreciate. But yeah, then I went back and played FES and really enjoyed I enjoyed the way that I played the games, and then could appreciate both sides of 3 that way. So yeah, that's it.
How about you, Russ? What's your personal history?
I played this was my first Persona game. I may have played a little bit of Persona 1 when they made all the characters white back on the PS1, but it was just a tad. I played maybe like
Just a drop.
the first dungeon or something, and I was like, oh my god, all these white people.
Just a
How
scope.
unusual in a JRPG.
Yeah, I know. I was like, why is this girl's name Karen? Anyway, so I played. So I was very excited about Persona 3 because I saw all the previews. I was at it, and probably too old to be at an age where I
Persona
thought,
3 is also all white people.
True. Yeah. No, I know. And they also shoot themselves in the head, which I am concerned that I thought that was really cool.
I mean, it
when
is
this
really cool.
first came out.
I still think it's
I was
really cool
like,
'cause I'm a
how
12-year-old.
cool is it that you shoot yourself in the head?
And they all have different poses for doing it.
And I was probably like 27. But nevertheless, it really piqued my interest. So this was like a day one for me, and I just marathoned it, and I've finished all 4 versions that we will be discussing in various quantities today. So it was a day one.
How about you, Chris? Do you have any personal history with Persona 3, or did you just have to listen to the music?
No, I bought Persona 3 FES at some point, and failed to learn the difference between it and the original, and then at some point it disappeared from my collection. I have no idea where it is. So, and then I downloaded the portable version on the Switch and haven't played it yet.
Am I remembering correctly, the biggest difference between the original version and the FES is that in FES you could control your other party members?
That was an addition, yes. It also added the I guess episode thing.
We can talk about that in a bit.
And it added the...
I thought controlling your characters was in portable.
No, it was actually in FES. They actually
okay.
did add that in FES. And I have not played like the original since it came out, so I have no idea what it's like to play a Shin Megami Tensei game where you can't actually assign
Annoying. I
commands.
actually made a comment about that, about one of the characters and why I probably hate them, and it's not even their fault. It's that.
Well,
So apart from that, nothing really.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess speaking of characters, we can move into story and characters.
Cute.
There is a hidden extra hour between one day and the next. People are trapped unconscious in coffins, and the shadows from the sea of humanity's unconsciousness roam the streets. Only teenagers equipped with the power of personas can fight back against the tide of shadows and figure out why their high school turns into a giant twisting tower that reaches high into the sky. That's the story.
As a middle-aged man now, I wish there were an extra hour in between midnight and 12:01 a.m. just so that I could get another hour of rest
Amen.
every night.
Please put me in my coffin.
If I could just be in a coffin, but like get an extra hour of sleep every night while shadows roam around the world, that would be great.
So I mentioned in personal history that this one is a reinvention of the Persona franchise because the first 3 games, 1, 2, and 2, are, despite the setting being urban, which gives it a unique flavor, they are fairly standard JRPGs in structure. It is get your party, do this dungeon, do town stuff, do the next dungeon, do town stuff, do the next dungeon. Now, the series becomes a blend of a JRPG with that formula and a life simulator, as you control the day-to-day activity of yourself as a high school student, building bonds with people to empower your personas, studying for school, building up your personal social stats, and also exploring a nearly endless sprawling dungeon.
Yeah, it was much more varied, very necessary in the PS2 era to have additions that weren't just like, and you go punch people.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
This really was something different
Yeah.
and
And-
really stood out in 2006.
And it remains the blueprint for the Persona series
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
moving forward. If we ever get a 6, presumably this will follow
You know,
that.
after 5 and Royale and 5 Royale times 3 or whatever.
Strikers
Metaphor
and-
Refantazio.
Hey, I like metaphor. I haven't beat it yet, but I like it.
It exists.
Hey, they made a hardcover
fine.
Prima strategy guide. I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Yes, artwork, fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But did the strategy guide make you go online to unlock certain
No.
parts of the...
No, it's actually fully printed. Everything is in
So
there.
it's not Final
Remember
Fantasy
when we
9.
thought we knew what the internet was going to be used for, and then we found out what the internet was going to be used for?
So I have never played the female version. Rachel, will you tell me some of the stuff that's different about the female version?
Oh, me, not Russ.
Yes, you. You're here.
course.
Russ
So-
is always here.
I am always here.
So oh my gosh, I loved the fact that I got to play as a girl in this game because, I mean, I was just getting into Otome games. Like, I was learning that, like, romance happened in games. And also, like, I think, Mass Effect had come out.
Yes,
And, like, I mean,
yeah.
BioWare games had come out, and I really enjoyed those, but they weren't, like, romance wasn't an option in a lot of games. And so I was, like, so excited that, like, I get to be a girl and I get to date Akihiko. Cool. Because that's my boy. But
I was going to ask, but you've already told.
yeah,
so,
that's my boy. I
yeah.
love him so much.
I like Junpei. I know you can't date him because he's with that goth chick.
Yeah.
But and that's part of my problem in real life is I like Junpei's.
That's understandable.
So-
I actually, I have notes. I take notes for these kind of things. And on Junpei, I was like, yeah, of course Junpei would fall for a goth baddie. Like he needed that. So yeah. But some of the main differences, just character-wise, you can have a male Velvet Room attendant named Theodore. He will replace Elizabeth.
And he is hot.
And he's very hot.
I love Elizabeth. I also fear Elizabeth.
Yeah. So you get to pick. You can decide if you want Elizabeth, but yeah. So this is the game that Theodore shows up in. I think he shows up in other iterations, maybe
he's
in
in one of those dungeon crawler games.
Yeah.
and so is the female main character.
I think he might be in one of the dancing games too.
Oh, I think so. Probably.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that would make sense. So yeah, that's a big thing. I do think another weird thing. You can date Ken. Now, Ken is a child.
And Ken's 11.
Yeah, Ken is a child. In the Japanese
And
version,
you are not.
Yes,
Yeah, you're
you are
16.
not. So in the Japanese version, you can actually have a romance with Ken. I learned that.
I think it's like a
Uncomfortable,
promise
but not-
ring romance. Like one day we'll have a relationship.
Yeah. They did change
Like
it in
Twilight.
America. Yeah, like Twilight with
Twilight,
Jacob
when the guy
and
bonds with that
Renesmee.
baby. That's hideous looking.
Oh, I hate that I know all of this. But yeah, so in the North American version, they like change it to be more like he likes you because he's an 11-year-old boy and he sees you being like really cool and he wants to date you, and you're like, no, I'm like your big sister. But it's also like you're only saying no because you what? Like, okay.
I'm only saying no because your balls haven't dropped yet.
Yeah. Also, you're annoying. I don't really like you.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Great character in battle, though.
Yeah. So another big change is with the character Shinjiro. I also really love him, but he is a character. Spoilers, obviously, if you're listening this far, I hope you know you're going to get spoiled. But Shinjiro in the main game actually dies in a very heroic way. It's really great end to his story.
It's very well done.
Yeah. But in
Almost to the point that I don't want to revive him or
Yeah.
prevent his death or whatever. In some versions, you can do that.
it feels very weird that he can survive if you do certain things. You still have to do certain things to get him to survive, but if he survives, he's in a coma for the rest of the game, so it doesn't really change anything. And it makes sense because obviously they'd have to rewrite a lot of the game if he's just like part of it for the whole thing. But it does kind of take away from that sacrifice that he was willing to make. So, and then other things, what are other things that are different? That I think it's really mostly character
It's
stuff.
really mostly character stuff. It's the social links that are mainly different, but you also get different music. You get you get different battle themes, you get different dungeon themes.
Yeah, because your actual persona is different.
Yeah, your starting persona is different. You have a different weapon that does a different type of damage.
Yeah.
So there are some other things that are different, and I always really liked the girl battle theme.
Yeah, it's
I
really good.
kind of like that one more than the boy battle theme.
But they had time to reflect and change.
Yeah, and it's pink. All the minis are pink.
Yep.
They really need to make the girl play through a DLC
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
instead of episode I guess.
I read about that, and they talked about it and said that it was just it would require like changing too much or whatever. Like they could do the episode Igus thing because it's a whole separate thing.
Yeah, and it expands
but
the story.
They would have to you'd have to have like literally 2 games.
That's fine.
in
They already
one.
did it once.
They did.
Why
so,
aren't they doing it
yeah.
again?
So we mentioned episode I guess, and I had it down in innovations, but it's story. Let's pull it up here.
Yeah.
This was my first time playing through episode I guess, and I actually saw online people kind of saying like, "Don't. It's not worth it. Just don't." And they're right.
If you just like the dungeon crawling.
Yeah.
It is a 20-hour DLC, 95% of which is just a randomly generated dungeon crawl. You can leave the dungeon at any point, which fully regains your health and stamina, and then pick right up where you left off. So there's not a lot of challenge. It really is just grinding through this dungeon. The actual ending of the game, not episode I guess, but the game is a little vague on what happens to your main character. Episode I guess, gives you a solid, concrete ending. Like, it is definitive, here is what happened. But, man, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Through 20 hours of honestly the worst part of the game, because there is no social links, you don't leave the actual dormitory for the most part. It is just a dungeon crawl.
Yeah. You played the reload version?
Yes.
Okay, which I haven't, but my understanding is that it actually has more story content than what was in the original episode.
There is some story
Which
content.
seems sad if you're saying that it's 95% dungeon crawl.
5% story, 95% dungeon crawl. If that's more story, I can't imagine what the original was like.
I mean, it really was nothing.
Yeah.
Episode I guess aside, I really love this game. And so, people listening, I want you to understand.
By the way, Igus is a stupid robot that joins you.
She
Later in the
is a
game.
robot lady.
She has too much to do with the story, and she's irritating.
Yeah, she definitely. Yeah, I agree. It's
Yeah.
like they like forced her
Yeah.
in way too much when it should have just been like a cool companion character.
Well, Russ, who are your party members in this game? Let's go ahead and break them down.
Well, there's Junpei, who would ruin my life in real life.
why?
Because he's
Did you get
an
the
idiot.
special edition that had like the cap and everything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
course
have
you
the
did.
cap.
Of course you do.
I should have worn the cap. Anyway, yeah, you have Junpei, who's a little. I know you don't like when I swear on this podcast, but boy.
Now I gotta bleep that out.
I mean, that's really the only way to describe
It's
it.
really the only way to describe him. He has a backwards baseball cap, okay? And then there's Akihiko, who's beautiful and perfect.
Yes.
And then there's Mitsuru, who almost
Is
made
al-
me bisexual.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, Mitsuru is my girl. I'm
Oh
like,
my god,
yeah,
she's
mhm.
great. Any girl that has hair swooped over one eye,
Yeah.
red hair,
Who
swooped
fights
over
with
one eye.
she fights with a rapier
She
or other
does,
like kind of
yes.
finesse weapons.
And she like twirls her skirt as she
Mm-hmm.
does it. She's amazing. Then there's Ken, who's 11. Balls haven't dropped yet. In love with the female main character, probably in love with the boy main character too. Extremely useful in battle. Very obnoxious personality.
Mm-hmm.
There is Yukari, who's a girl.
She's the one who
That is kind of her whole personality.
Yeah,
she's the one I hate. She's
Yeah,
the one
she's a girl.
because of like Persona 3 not letting you control your characters. I hate her.
Oh
because,
yeah, she makes the dumbest
yeah,
decisions.
because they just heal. Like her main thing is she heals, and she will heal people, but she won't heal the person who's most injured.
No, exactly.
She heals whoever is like next to her, and it's like
I love that. I was going to
usually-
bring up the exact
Yes.
same thing.
and so
it's
I
like
hate her.
Yukari. What I always had happen was like, if you cast Garu, you will
Mm-hmm.
finish this battle. But instead, you're going to heal somebody. Then the enemy's going to get back up and end up killing another person.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
like, what are you doing?
Like I said, it's not fair. I shouldn't hate her. It's not her fault the AI is that bad.
Yeah,
but I
awful.
hate her.
Awful.
So,
Yeah. And then, of course, your best party member, the dog.
yes.
Koromaru.
Yes. Koromaru
One of
is
your-
best boy.
He is absolutely best boy. Little Shiba Inu with a knife in his mouth, which is
cool.
quite unsafe, but truly the best party member. Truly the best.
And then I guess the robot with her machine gun fingers.
Who? What are you talking about? Yeah.
And
No,
then
yeah.
the dude who hits people with chairs. I can't remember. I can't ever get his name right.
Well, that's Persona
Shin-
4.
oh,
yeah.
no, you're right. That's Kanji.
Shinjiro.
I'm talking about
Battle
Shinji.
axe.
Shinjiro's the one who has a stop sign.
Giant-
right?
Yeah, he has like yes, he had yes. I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I did-
because he sometimes dies and he's with you so briefly.
Yeah.
I forget about him.
I did want to say Koromaru is kind of like the first like mascot character.
Yeah,
But it's it is just a dog.
and he's wearing a little vest
He's wearing
with little
vest.
angel wings.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's
but
adorable.
He is just a dog, and then Persona 4, Persona 5, we get.
And I do like in the female main character version, you have a social link with him.
Yes,
and
you
then
get to take him for walks.
in the reload version, because there is no social link for him in the original. But then in reload, you don't have a social link with him, but you can walk him.
Like, you know.
and like
They're just
bond
like, yes,
with
you
him.
can kind of pet the dog, basically.
And then in the fighting game spin-off, he wears Ken's jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's an older boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ken,
So.
Ken adopted him.
he's great.
And then Ken is kind of pretty when he's older. So I do give him
when he's
that.
at least older.
And then Akihiko in that game.
Oh my god, Akihiko in the fighting game. Oh, Him and Mitsuru.
Yeah, Mitsuru, they're like, you know what? We're going to give this rich lady a skin-tight leather cat suit and
Thank
a
you
fur
for
coat.
doing the
fur
Lord's work.
coat.
That's her fighting gear. Akihiko, on the other hand, he's going to get a cape.
And
that's
no
it.
shirt.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
And
fine with me.
scars all over him.
And he goes from being a skinny boy to just fully jacked.
I mean, he's a boxer.
I know
Yeah.
he's a boxer, but like his shoulders grow in width.
Yeah.
Like double in width.
Yes.
It's
Perfect.
wild.
He becomes more of a triangle. It's amazing. I mean, I watched that Persona-D, like Trinity Soul anime because I heard he was in it, and I think he's in it for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this whole thing just to see my boy.
I will
and
say
then-
also, speaking of the anime films for Persona 3, there are 4 of them. If you can find them, I don't watch a lot of anime. I really don't. But those are the most gorgeous anime I have ever seen, those 4 movies.
Yeah, they are.
They
Yeah,
are
they are beautiful.
beautiful. And they do a decent job of capturing the story. It's a little weird because it's a silent protagonist. And they decided to adapt that into the anime by having him still be a silent protagonist. And it comes across weird. Just people talking to him, and his response is just to look back at them. It is a little weird in the movies,
It's hard to.
but they are so pretty.
They are so pretty. If I could function like that, I would.
Yeah. Stare.
It would not be great for the podcast.
No, that would not.
I just realized we didn't even mention Fuka.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I feel so bad.
We always-
I was like, I actually really like her. Her
She's
story.
always the one that I date because I'm intimidated by Mitsuru, and Yukari is the.
Yeah, no, her
always-
and her whole like story, like her bond social link is really interesting. It's really
Yeah.
full circle. Everyone is important to make the story like feel.
It's really,
good.
yeah. I'm so sorry, Fuka.
Yeah,
I do love
The
you.
issue is Fuka is a navigator character,
Yeah.
which Persona likes to do. So she doesn't fight with you, but she provides voiceover during the combats and some special abilities. So she doesn't feel like a party member at all times, but she's there.
But she's always there.
Yes.
And in Reload, she really does have like stuff that she can do, like
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave her
like
special
Rise
abilities.
and Fat Tuba.
And her cousin Chubby Euphonium.
She'll be
Other characters, I mean, because we talked about social links and bonds and everything.
Rachel showed up with a list of notes,
That's
and
why
she
I
printed out
realized we were
biographies
so
for
prepared.
every character.
I didn't print out biographies. I just printed pictures in case we brought up really random
Oh, it's
characters.
little Yukiko.
Yeah.
I saw middle school Yukiko.
Yeah, because I forgot. Like, I'm like, I don't remember a lot of these characters because there's so
Yeah.
many social links because it's all the social links represent the tarot, and so there's one person for every tarot card. There's
Plus
so
ones
many.
they made up.
Plus ones they made up. Yes. So there's just like way too many characters. The only way you're ever going to get a full bond with everybody is if you follow game packs. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's one person who put out like a very detailed. Every day you have to do this.
And even that is hard to do because
It
I
is. Yes.
tried that because it wasn't my first time playing through, so I was trying to maximize. And even following step-by-step instructions for maxing out every link, I missed a couple of things and was not able. And
Well,
I've tried
part of
that
it-
before with Persona 4, doing a perfect playthrough,
Yeah.
and somehow it is nearly impossible.
It's just not
Because part
fun.
of doing that is you also have to get more like S-Link points by
Yeah.
having the corresponding persona of the same
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. So you have to like manage which personas are in your
It's
team
not
the whole
fun.
time. It's not fun.
It
no.
takes away the fun. And so anybody who may listen to this and be like, I want to play Persona in some form, like, just play, go after the bonds you want. Don't.
It is a game that is meant to be replayed through New Game Plus.
Yes.
Do not try for a perfect game. Play your story.
Yeah.
Bond with the people you want, build the stats you want, have that experience, and that's your story.
Yeah.
That's how you play a Persona game. I don't want to take the time to go through every possible social link because
No, I was
we
gonna
have
only-
other topics,
I was-
but I
was
think it
gonna
might be
ask
fun
who's favorite
Yeah.
each person's.
Oh,
if
I
we
was-
just
well,
went
I-
and did our favorite social
Oh,
link.
okay, yeah. I was going to bring up just a couple of people that I thought were important because they do show up in other games.
Sure.
So, like, Tanaka, he shows up in Persona 4.
The sleazy businessman,
Yes. So he's a Bond, and he's
the devil arcana.
He's pretty entertaining, but yeah, he
Yeah.
shows up in Persona 4. I really, since just to cover my favorite was actually Akanari. He is. I only started talking to him because I thought he was pretty.
Pretty and dying.
Yeah, pretty and dying. And then
That is your type.
I mean, yeah, because then I don't have to have anything like meaningful with him.
That is the perfect.
I don't know if I need Rachel and Russ on a podcast together.
Like, you're
So-
pretty. Hang out with me for as
Yeah.
long as you're still alive.
But it's a good. I mean, it's a really good story because you as the main character get to like help him realize that like, yeah, you need to finish the story that you want to write
The
before.
world's most depressing child story about a crocodile that dies of loneliness.
Yeah, but you help him. You make him like, hey, yes, you're dying.
yeah,
But
yeah.
finish your life's work. And you at the end, like his mother comes around and is like talking about him, and it's like, oh, are you the person he gave the journal to, which has his full story in it. And then in Persona 4 it also comes back. Somebody mentions a pink alligator in Persona 4 as being a book that's published. So then you learn like, oh, what my main character must have sent it to a publisher, gotten it done, and it's just really
I don't think the main
cool-
character did that.
What?
He was busy.
Well,
He was busy
my
being a
girl
door.
wasn't busy.
Well, I guess did it. I guess she did one useful thing in her robotic
I'm so
existence.
glad I'm not the only one who hates it.
Yeah, I don't like her.
But yeah, so yeah, I really like Akanari's full social link. It was just like
is good.
It's a
Yeah,
perfect
it's good.
roundabout. So yeah.
Russ, what's your favorite social link?
My favorite is not for the reasons that you think, but I like playing with the teacher on the online
That
game.
was going to be mine.
I just when I played it for the first time when I was in my 20s, there was just this weird, like, I almost just hadn't thought about it before, that like, oh, like your teachers are adults and have their own lives outside of school, and some of those adults are a really hot mess. And
The link is called
just-
Maya, but it is your English teacher
Yeah.
who you meet in an MMO that is named and flavored after the last
Persona
two Persona
2,
games,
yeah.
Persona 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so you end up bonding with her. She doesn't realize you're her student. She is drunk half the time
Yeah.
you're talking to her.
I love those messy ass
Yeah.
teachers.
Her spelling as an English teacher all over the place. Like, it's not just leet speak. It is just like she
Just
is
typos.
drunkenly falling asleep on the keyboard. And she admits to having a crush on one of her students, and it's you.
yeah.
I
love that.
It is such a hot mess. It is so much fun, and if you max it out at the end of at least Reload, I can't remember if it was at the end of the original, but at the end of Reload, any relationship you max out gets a special scene.
Yeah.
And her special scene is finding out that it was you, and just her life is over. She
Yeah,
just has a
yeah.
complete breakdown.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait,
that was a new addition. She didn't actually find out.
that
from the
was you,
original.
but I said, oh no.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
No, that was good. I don't mind sharing that with you as my favorite. That was so good.
I'll also, because we have the same one, just shout out in the girl version, the library aide.
Oh.
That you can befriend. I just found her story interesting.
Rachel's gonna go flipping through her
She
notes.
has gray hair and she's like 20. She's in high school, but she's like 20 because she kept getting sick.
Rachel, we're not afraid of paper noises.
it's a
It's
loud-
Missing
Noise.
school.
Nope, that's all just the main character.
I think it starts with an S. I don't know why.
Rachel
I can't
has
remember her
colored
actual
pictures
name.
of everybody in the game.
I'm ready. No, I forgot about Mr. Oh no, your history teacher. Just sorry, keep rubbing the papers up against the microphone.
This is great, right?
Her, right?
Yes,
Sayori,
her.
yes, I did
Sayori
like that.
Hasegawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought her story was interesting because she's just like a sad, sickly girl that just cannot finish high school, which
Rachel
sounds
just
like a bad
throws her
dream.
notes on the ground.
I don't need them anymore. We're free.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember her story too, and
Yeah.
All right, so to wrap up story and characters, because we have other sections. I love this game. This game is a lot of fun. I need people at home who have not played it before and are thinking of about playing it to understand this game feels like it takes a lifetime to play. I don't mean that in a bad way, But like, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You can do it in about 70 hours. You can easily spend 100 hours on a single playthrough. So, pace yourself accordingly. This will be your life for a while.
There's a reason there just aren't speed runs of these games.
Yeah, and
That I don't think is a thing that exists.
there's a lot to absorb in the story, and there are a lot of your choices determine if you're actually going to finish the game or not.
Yeah.
So, or get the good ending or whatever you may call it. So yeah, there's just a lot to explore, and there's a lot of replayability, but it's hard to replay when you're like, that took me 100 hours the first time. But
And
yeah.
yet I've played it 4 times.
Yeah,
so whatever.
but they're different every time.
They
But
are.
yeah, I would say if anyone's interested in trying it out, then just start with the new Reload.
Yeah, just play the new one.
Just do that. It's going to be the perfect quality of life upgrade and all of that, and it's easy to get because it's available.
On Switch 2 now.
On Switch 2 for all the 100 people who have one. Just kidding.
Me.
So let's go ahead and move into combat system. The biggest change to the combat system from the previous game, well, there are, I think, 2 significant big changes. One is no more demon negotiation. Thank goodness. Oh, it's just gone. Now, instead, after some combats, especially if you end with an all-out attack, you enter shuffle time, where a set of cards shows up, and those cards will have an effect on the rest of your time in the dungeon, and you get to pick one of those. And sometimes it'll be, I'll just take a new persona, or, here, have some extra experience, or some extra money, or some extra items. But that is one of your main ways of getting new personas, is through shuffle time, instead of the esoteric and completely opaque negotiation system where you're just like, I guess I'm just going to dance for them and see what that does.
Or where the enemy says, like, I want to be your friend, and the correct choice is to punch them in the face.
Yes. I mean, that works for me.
Sure.
But
The other new mechanic in this game that's the biggest difference is the point of the battle system now is to prevent the enemy from taking turns. Almost every enemy and your characters has a weakness. There are 3 types of physical attacks. There are
Lots of magical.
9 total different types of attack. 3 physical,
And 6 elements.
6 elements. Most enemies are weak to at least one of those things. When you hit an enemy with a weakness, they collapse, and you get to go again. And go again can mean either that character gets another turn, or you can pass the turn to somebody else in the party. So the idea is, I'm encountering a group of enemies. Once I have learned their weakness, because generally each section of the dungeon has the same 8 enemies in different groupings. So it'll be, okay, I hit this one with fire, I pass over to Yukari, she hits that one with wind, I pass over to the main character, he hits that one with dark, and now all 3 enemies are down. If all the enemies are down and all my guys are up, that's an all-out attack where we rush, we beat the enemy, we win the combat, we get a shuffle time. That is the ideal combat that you're aiming for, where the enemy never gets a turn. Bosses don't have a weakness like that generally.
Yeah.
The first couple might, and then it
just to teach you and get you into it.
It scratches an itch in my brain.
Yeah.
To do a whole run through of a dungeon. Just never let any of the enemies have a turn.
Yes.
And every time you enter a new section, you have to go through the math of figuring out what their weaknesses are. Although, so this game does what a lot of JRPGs do, where you encounter reskinned enemies, right? It's the same. Oh, look, it's another magical table, but it's blue instead of red. But generally, the tables have the same weakness. So,
And then when they don't,
Yeah.
that's also a fun surprise.
Yeah. Then you're like, oh, but I guess I'll do the opposite. I've solved the puzzle.
you can also rely on Fuka. Fuka has special abilities, and you can spend some of her mana, or SP in these games, to just scan the enemy and tell you all of their status effects and weaknesses.
which can be really useful, especially like doing the whole, I mean, dungeon crawling is fun, but you get to a certain point where you're like, I'm done, especially because you don't have unlimited time to just crawl through the dungeon. You have a set amount of days that you have to complete these dungeons. And so if you have been wasting time doing, well, I don't want to say wasting time, but if you've been just doing bonds and not going through the dungeon, and then you saved it all to go through like in one day, you're gonna hate yourself because it gets repetitive. Then you just feel the grind, and it's a good thing to space out. And
the game is well curated to be like, do this grinding for a little bit and then go hang out with with your boys, dying man, and then you can come back and do some more grinding.
And that's more encouraged because unlike the previous games, your SP does not recover from walking.
Right.
So honestly, your dungeon crawling experience is a matter of your SP management. You can SP recovery items are not super common. They're not impossible, but they're not as common as health recovery items. So, and hitting weaknesses usually requires using your SP.
Yep.
So getting through a certain section of the dungeon is really a matter of SP management, and that's what should prevent you from trying to do all 154 floors in one go.
Yeah. It's a lot. It is a lot. Who knew your school was so tall?
Your characters, by the way, also have weaknesses like the enemies do, and the enemies can hit your weakness, and if they do, they get to go again. Fortunately, they aren't as smart about it as you are, where you are specifically aiming to disable every enemy. The enemy normally isn't smart enough to disable the whole party.
They're about as smart as Yukari in the first game.
Yes. And it is interesting. The cool thing is that your main character is like the wild card. Their persona can change.
And only theirs, unlike previous games.
Yeah, so that changes their weakness as well. So you are the only one who can be like, oh gosh, everybody is gonna be weak to this. Oh gosh. So like, you're the only one who can be like, okay, I can prepare for this. I know that this enemy only does wind attack, so I can change my persona. And sorry, everybody else, you're all screwed.
Now, in the remake, in this reload that just came out recently, they also added a new thing called Theurgy attacks, which are basically limit breaks for each character. But the limit breaks fill up differently for each character. Your main character fills up his by switching personas every turn, because that's the mechanic the game really wants you to focus on for them, is constantly switching it up.
And annoying if you play like I do and you
build one
every single ability you want on one person.
Because you're like, this is my favorite one.
Yeah. It's like, I just want to fight with the little demon girl.
I just want to use the penis chariot.
Mara. Everybody's favorite Yukari fills up her limit gauge by healing others. So every time she heals, her limit break goes up. Junpei gets it by critical attacks, and so on. Everybody has something different.
He does get it by critical attacks.
Are you okay, Russ?
Oh, he could critical attack. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know where I'm going with that.
No, we're not.
My toxic trait is in those Persona fighting games, I would still do it with Junpei.
Oh, no. That is a toxic trait.
In that baseball uniform, my God.
No. Russ, why don't you respect yourself?
I never have. No. Junpei, call me.
I feel like I should be editing this out, but I don't want to. Although penis chariot might need to be.
Sure.
I don't know.
I was going to see how many times I could put penis chariot into this podcast.
Don't you wish Rachel and I were together every episode?
That's how Persona feels about that particular thing, is that they put it into
every game.
Every game.
They really do.
In Persona 5, when you have to fight the little mini penis to get in the...
We're all fighting that, Russ.
Chris woke up with a vengeance. Okay. Is there anything else we want to talk about in the combat system?
No, as long as you don't play the original Persona 3, you will not want to kill yourself.
You won't hate Yukari if you don't play the original.
You might actually like her.
Yeah.
Because you won't have PTSD.
Damn it, Yukari.
So let's go ahead and move into innovations as we quickly approach the music section where Chris gets to actually talk. He's excited, I can tell.
I'm gonna try and get through the music section without talking.
He's
like
going to
the-
mime his way through.
Just like that anime.
Okay, now
Oh,
Chris is
God.
Just gonna look at you meaningfully.
All right, so innovations. Oh,
Everything about this game is an innovation.
over the
Because
previous
this-
versions, yes.
Yeah.
And
But
actually,
just what game in general was like this before everything started trying to copy it?
very true.
No.
In fact, as I'm looking through my list of innovations, let's see. Meant to use new game plus, don't try to do a perfect walkthrough. We already talked about that. The main character has multiple personas, but only him. We talked about that. Acquiring new personas in the Velvet Room.
The Persona 1, 2, and 2, you could fuse personas in the Velvet Room, or no? I don't remember.
You created them by
yeah.
having items, but you didn't fuse two different ones
different
together.
together.
Okay, so that's
So-
an innovation in this one.
So tell us about it.
Yeah, so when you get personas, you can then go to the Velvet Room and see your man Theodore, or I guess whoever else is there.
What about your man Igor?
I mean, I do love Igor.
My boss has
I mean,
a
that
big
nose.
Yeah, that-
Jeez.
Something
Junpei.
about sitting on faces.
No. No. I need a squirt bottle. Bad Rachel.
Deleted it.
I will split you two up.
There's hentai about a man with a big nose.
Russ. No.
Penis chair.
No. I will turn this podcast around.
Velvet Room. So yeah, after you get all those personas that you've been collecting, or the monsters that you've been fighting, you get personas out of them. What you can do is you can fuse them together to create new personas. And
So
if
you could make a nose chariot.
You could make a nose chair.
Chris, you're not helping.
I'm so glad I took my glasses off.
You don't even need glasses.
I know, but okay. So you can fuse them together. You'll get new powerful personas, and you get more powerful based on the bond level of that tarot card, that bond. So you can get very unique personas that are only achievable, like especially when you reach rank 10. Every rank 10 has a very unique persona that you get. But yeah, you have to fuse things together, and when you fuse them, it will transfer over certain powers between both of them.
You get to pick.
So you get not in the original.
Not in the original. I was going to say that.
In the original.
In the original, you just have to keep hitting the button and canceling it
yeah.
over and over again.
I don't want that back fuse, back fuse. Yeah, so like it's
Yeah.
very effective to try to get like you want.
It's super effective.
No, it's not super effective at all.
I mean, if you've watched that band die, you get a pretty cool persona
yeah,
out of it.
it's true. It's true. So, but yeah, so it's a good way to get like what you may be missing, like because if you're like me, you don't want to switch out your main party a lot because you just really like certain characters and you just want to be the hot squad.
Yeah.
So then you can get like instead of having Yukari there to piss you off continuously, you can then just have a persona that like all your personas just have a healing power if you fuse them correctly. So something like that. So that's really cool, and it just makes it nice for you to have like your own. You can just make your own build, for your character, and you're not limited to just this is what you got. Good luck.
And then if you want to fight Theodore or whoever
Yes,
else is in the room, you have
Only
to have
Theodore.
a...
Yes, the Velvet Room Attendant is a secret optional mega boss.
that you can only fight solo.
Yes, and you will not win.
You know.
Yeah.
Story-wise, the game really focuses on and this is true of the personas that come after this, the calendar. Like, it marks the passage of days explicitly. And in this game, a big boss fight is going to happen every full moon. So, like, the calendar in the top corner is like 12 days left until the next full moon. And you've got that amount of time to get ready for the next boss battle.
This game also taught me how Japanese school years work.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know anything about Golden Week.
Nope.
You also have to pay attention in class when your teachers talk because you have exams
Tests, yeah.
based on the stuff they talk about in class.
Thank God for game facts.
And then in the winter, I'm like, okay, we're finally out of school. No, you have to go back?
What do you mean I have to go to school on Christmas Day?
Yeah,
what
I'm
is
like,
that? Or
excuse
Christmas
me?
Eve?
It's
It's like you go back in February just to say bye to everybody
Yep.
until you go back in April. Anyway, taught me a lot about Japanese school. Yeah.
So the dungeon for this game we've alluded to a couple of times. There is a tower at the center of the world, and the rumor is it reaches to heaven. That's a different game. No, the tower in the center of the world here is Tartarus. And most days you can choose to spend your evening exploring the dungeon. You're expected to get to the top of the dungeon by the end of the game because that's where the end boss fight for the game is going to happen.
The tower is your school.
Yes,
Right?
it is.
So your school is hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very edgy.
A little heavy-handed on the metaphors. But,
Yeah, well, also, again, this is a game where you shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Which is so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, the idea of personas in this one is basically having the courage to face death is what unlocks your persona.
Yeah.
So all of the characters have what are called evokers, which are just guns that don't have ammo in them. And the act of pointing these guns at themselves and pulling the trigger is a physiological response that allows them to unlock their persona because it feels like they're going to die. They even make a special one for the dog to wear on its collar.
Yes.
Or I guess just waggles her hands around in the air because she's a robot and she doesn't have sentience. So
There is, I believe,
Sort of gets a little-
154 floors to the dungeon, and they are sectioned off, and more sections unlock after each full moon. So generally the idea is once per full moon, push your way all the way through your section of the dungeon. This game will then come up with a reason for you to go through a second time because innocent people wander into the dungeon and get lost.
Right.
And if you don't save them before the next full moon, they'll just die.
Get back in your casket. How did you get out?
And
Go.
some of those are actually social links. If you don't rescue them, you cannot complete that social link because they die.
Yeah.
you know what we didn't mention in characters?
What?
Jesus. We didn't talk about the fact that Jesus is in this game. As you were talking about climbing the tower, I was like, you know what? There's
You know who climbed a tower for my sake.
There's
Rachel's
There's
turning
a-
her chair the other way around.
Rachel, go sit in the corner.
we talked about the goth baddie a tiny bit, but there's
we did.
also the guy with the glasses and Jesus.
Jesus with the giant gun in his pants.
Jesus with the gun in his pants.
Do you want to
villain.
talk about the villain group?
I'm just saying that the main villain is Jesus with a gun in his pants.
I don't think
And
we
it's not Junpei.
I don't think we encountered this in previous personas, but there is a small group of evil persona users. Well,
Yeah.
quote unquote evil, opposing persona users.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Who oppose your goals.
Yeah, they want to end the world.
Yeah.
They like taking advantage of the 0 hour, the midnight hour.
Dark
The-
hour.
The dark
hour.
hour,
Dark
thank you.
hour.
They like taking advantage of the dark hour to do crimes.
Yeah.
Because
fair.
only persona users are supposed to be able to move around during the dark hour. Everybody else is sealed in a casket or coffin and unaware of their situation. So they use it to like put out hits on people. You pay them and they'll kill a person while they're in their coffin during the dark
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would do.
I mean,
Russ. Russ.
Russ is just going to go break into Junpei's
would-
room.
This is recorded.
You know what I would... No. I won't say what I would do.
No, and now you have to.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
I would fix a lot of problems with our country.
Well,
I was a Persona user during the Dark War.
that's fair.
No.
no, Russ is using his powers for good.
No. Another thing you can do in this
It
game,
was delicious.
you can spend your leisure time with your teammates, which helps them unlock new abilities in combat. One example I've got here is after 3 evenings cumulatively, not necessarily in a row, of cooking with Yukari, her healing abilities will cost half as much moving forward for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And then you can level them up again to be 75% less. All of the characters
new to the Reload version, by the way.
Yes, in the Reload version, all of the characters have these. It's not the same as the social links, but these are rewards for hanging out with them in the dorm, and it increases their powers in different ways, again, specific to that character.
And they gave the boys who were not social links in like the boy version of the game their own kind of like pretend social links.
Yes.
Where you get to hang out with them and then they get a new skill or they get some
You actually
some
get to
stat
see like a
ups.
friendship budding
Yes,
instead of just
exactly.
like, hey, we're teammates, so just accept the fact
Yeah.
that we get along now.
I will say the dungeon crawling is probably my least favorite part of the game. The combats are fun because of the puzzle-like mechanic, but the dungeons themselves are randomly generated, and it's just, they're not interesting very quickly.
At least
In
I
Persona
think,
4, each dungeon has a purpose because it's tied to a character, it has a meaning.
and they all look very different.
Yeah. This is just a giant tower of randomly generated floors. Now, there are themes. Certain
Yeah,
sections
the
have different
Reload,
themes.
I think, did a good job of like making different themes for the floor, making them
it's-
look.
They
a little
look slightly different,
Yeah.
but it's still the same nearly endless dungeon. For my money, that's just the part where Persona 3 hadn't quite figured out the formula yet, and the balance between story and dungeon crawling doesn't quite seem right yet. When we talked to Graham for Final Fantasy VII, his wife Kathleen from Loading Ready Run is a big Atlus fan, and I said, well, maybe Kathleen would like to talk about Persona 3, and I don't think this was on the podcast. I think this was just chatter we had afterwards. He said Persona 3 is the one she bounces off of because of the balance between the social life and the dungeon crawling just not working for her, and I can see that.
Yeah, there's definitely a big divide. Like, you do social, you do dungeon,
Yeah.
and then in other games are like, oh, we can actually tie these together
Yeah.
and make it like, the stakes
And
are
I
higher
think in
that way.
3, especially if it's not you're not playing like the Reload version, there you can like run out of new things to do, and so
Yeah.
you're just kind of going to eat a hamburger every single night at the duck restaurant.
Yes.
It's probably not the healthiest idea.
That's all I have for innovations. Is there anything else before we move into music and the three of us take a break?
No.
So let's talk about music.
I will.
You're only taking a break. You were talking about music before.
Burn.
I mean, I will say the music is very good and very catchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my musical opinion.
Great.
And that's kind of mostly what I brought.
Okay, well, so final thoughts.
Yeah. No, okay. So, yeah, music in this game, of course, by Shoji Meguro, who did the other Personas and many, many other Atlus games. The notes here says 31 Atlus games.
I didn't know there were 31 Atlus games.
There's
so many,
over
like-
50 Shin Megami Tensei spinoffs.
Yeah, because there's like Digital Devil Summoner and
We did a side quest where we listed off 50 Shin Megami Tensei spinoffs.
I bet that was fun.
You were here.
Well, I think I had
In
a great
spirit.
time.
There is a lot of Atlus games. You never know because they never print enough, so they always sell out.
that too.
Cubivore. Anyway. That's an Atlus game. That's $1,000 GameCube Atlus
I
game.
know.
I own it.
Jack Brothers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they even got on the Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
What was it? Conquest on the DS or something like that? Like
Contact.
Contact. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite Suda 51 game, and people don't like it when I say that. Anyway, Yeah, Persona 3's OST. So, it makes my job so easy to just talk about a Persona soundtrack because it's like, hey, it's really good. There's like a mix of classical instrumentation and funky electronic beats. You probably have quite a few favorite songs already that you're thinking of that I don't even have to go into. It's like, I will just point out some fun kind of absurdities. One we were talking about before we hit record, and there's a song called "Burn My Dread," which famously sounds like "Burn My Bread."
And more so in the Reload re-recording of the soundtrack, because I've listened to the original on Spotify and then Reload version, and it really sounds like bread.
Maybe they did that on purpose.
Probably.
They were like, eh.
It's just a toasty song. And then, of course, there's a song called Joy that has this part that's like this vocalization thing, and like it's like a sample of, I don't even know what it's actually supposed to be, but it sounds like Chicken Brown Meow. And I will not hear otherwise. Basically, a lot of the what this game kind of brings to the table is really an expansion on what has already come up in the Persona games, and that is to say, it gets dark and intense when it needs to. It does sad really well, but then it's like, for the most part, it's like vibes. It's just, we're hanging out and like the music's kind of chill, and then suddenly like this, electronic beat comes in, and you're like, oh yeah, and then I'm just gonna listen to this for a while. My particular highlights. I really like Unavoidable Battle. That's a crunchy guitar song. I think it's one of the battle themes. I don't know what the girl battle theme is though, because I only listened to the original game.
Yeah. And I don't know what the name of it is. I do know the one you're talking about, and it is the battle theme if you don't get advantage strike.
Oh, yeah.
And it is, that one is probably my favorite battle theme of all the other ones. And then like the girl version without an advantage strike is like my second favorite.
Yeah, another one I have written down is When the Moon's Reaching Out Stars, which is a vocal theme that I like. It's just got a really cool jazzy beat and bass line, and I really love it. Probably my favorite this is one where I was watching somebody stream it, and like that song stuck out so much to me that I looked it up independently and was like just listening to it. But it's Iwa Todai Station, which is just straight up funk. It's like so good.
Dance while I put you in a trance.
Yeah.
Russ is now singing the song.
Rock your body.
I love it. Like I said, my job is so easy with Persona. I just have to mention something and someone else will go. And then another one that I just wanted to point it out for this table specifically, but there's a song in there called Polonian Mall, which is another funky beat, but if you listen closely, it sounds almost exactly like the Battle Against Belch theme from Earthbound.
I'm gonna have to compare that.
I've never compared those.
Maybe I'll play it for y'all after the show. But and then another one that I really love is Afternoon Break, because again, another funky theme.
And you do love you some funk.
Yeah,
you and the super high tops.
Jeff is pointing towards his Super High Tops T-shirt, which is available on the internet, where fine T-shirts are sold.
That is where fine T-shirts are sold. Yes.
No, if you go to Teespring and look up Super High Tops, you'll see the shirt he's talking about. Anyway, Afternoon Break also has clavinet, which is the funk machine. It's the like when you listen to Toe Jam and Earl and stuff, like the melodies and stuff are played out on that usually. And yeah, other than that, it's kind of like a Katamari song that I really like. But like I said, it's Persona 3, it's Persona. I mean, this is like where it really does start to get like ambitious as far as the soundtrack goes. It's really going to be expanded on in 4 and 5, but 3 really feels like where it starts, even though 1 and 2 kind of already had those elements.
What about 2?
You know what? I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know her.
Yeah, we don't know her.
Well, thank you. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, because this review's going a little long, and I think it's time for us to put in our final thoughts. It'll be shorter once I edit out a bunch of things Russ has said.
Oh, yeah.
If there really was a dark hour.
Final thoughts.
Wrap it up like mass destruction.
So, like we've said multiple times, this game has completely reinvented the series. For me, the biggest drawback to the game is the unbalanced feeling between dungeon crawling and life sim. It feels like they just hadn't found that balance yet. But even with that said, this is still a solid A game for me. This is... I will not turn down a chance to sit down and play Persona 3. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Russ, what do you think?
Oh yeah, whenever we have a really long episode, you know it's a good game. So unless it's Final Fantasy Tactics, and then it's just us fighting. But anyway, yeah, this is A plus 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 plus.
Oh, you've gone back to letter scores.
It's really great. Well, I was gonna say it's like 5
Junpeis.
backwards Junpei ball caps out of 5. Yeah, or like him in his baseball uniform from Persona 4.
Hey, Rachel, what do you think?
Golden Fighting Edition.
So yeah, I really enjoy this game. I love any game that like balances actual gameplay and then character story. I just love character relationships and it actually affecting the story itself. So I'm gonna give it 4 gut punches by Akihiko because I asked for it. Out of 4.
Yes.
Oh dear. Out of 4.
Yeah,
4 out
get
of
it.
4.
I'm only gonna do 4. I don't think I could survive anymore.
Get it? Yeah, you
The
probably
standard
would've stopped
grading
at 4.
metric, 4 out of 4. So next time we are still discussing a PlayStation
Chris has
2
no
game.
opinion.
Well, he hasn't played the
Yeah, I
game.
haven't played the game. I can't.
5 out of 5.
Burning breads.
Yeah.
Throat
Swoops
stomps
of
by
Mitsuru's
Aki.
hair over one eye.
There you go. No, I'll give it 5 burn breads out of 5.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yes.
So next time we are again discussing the third game in a series, again discussing the first time that series is on the PS2 with Suikoden 3.
Spoiler, it's not going to be as long of an episode.
Uh-oh.
It's not gonna be as fun because I won't be here.
But before we move on, we can do a quick round of plugs. Rachel hasn't been here for plugs before. This is just anything you think the people at home might enjoy. Any TV show, movie, video, anything. But a nice piece of burned bread,
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
For example, I discovered a slightly older show called Suburgatory. Russ is aghast.
You haven't seen Suburgatory.
I am watching it now for the first
who
time.
Shows me all kinds of weird crap all the time.
Suburgatory is what I was going to show you
this.
this weekend.
Oh, I've seen all of Suburgatory.
Suburgatory
was like doing the online petitions to get Suburgatory not canceled.
Suburgatory is a sitcom that is way better than it has any right to be. It is Jeremy Sisto as a single dad, Jane Levy as his teenage daughter living in New York. He finds a box of condoms in her room, freaks out, moves them to the suburbs where they do not fit in. It is extremely charming. Alan Tudyk is Jeremy Sisto's best friend, who is a native of the suburbs and is really hamming it up as like a spray tanned dentist. It really feels like a show that should have only lasted for 1 season because it should have been an underappreciated jewel. It actually lasted for 2.5. It's amazing. I am loving it.
And there were online petitions signed by me to keep it going.
Well, now I don't have something to introduce Russ to on this trip.
This is maybe the first time.
Yeah.
We've been friends for 25 years.
Russ, do you have something to plug?
I actually do. I like my horror movies.
Sure.
There was a movie that I watched that came out. It's not really that old. I think it came out in 2023 or 2024. Anyway, it's called Strange Harvest, and it is a fake documentary style movie about killings in homes, people's homes. And while the ending falls apart a little bit, it is like one of the most real seeming, like this is a documentary. You really think that these are like really things that happened until it goes a little off the course at the end. But overall, very good, very very good. If you
Strange
like.
Harvest?
Strange Harvest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, what would you like to plug?
Mostly recently, I've been watching something that doesn't need my plug for it, but it's an anime called A Certain Magical Index, which is a really popular one in Japan. I guess it's not as popular here. But it also.
Oh, I know all about a certain magical index.
Yeah, I just started that show.
I feel like I need to edit that out now.
Oop.
It's a really good one, and it's got some spin-offs too, a certain scientific railgun and a certain scientific accelerator. I haven't gotten to accelerator yet, but I've been watching.
If you could sum up
Index and
the
Railgun.
premise in a couple of sentences.
Okay, so there's this city called Academy City where people with like kind of pseudo superpowers are kind of learning how to exist in the world, and also having weird experiments done on them and being put into battles and stuff like that against the church, and it's like a whole thing. In the middle of the city, there's levels of espers from 1 to 5. There's this whole, in fact, drama about one of them trying to get to level 6. So level 5 is like the hard cap right now. And there's a level 0.
Accelerator.
Yeah, accelerator. There's a level 0 called Toma, who has no special powers at all, but in his right hand, he has the ability to cancel anything unusual that happens, like any kind of power that is levied against him by either science or magic or the church, possibly even God himself. So it's kind of the adventures of this kid who is very good at monologuing and punching fireballs in the face.
Fair enough.
And
I'm going to give it my endorsement in the sense that I normally don't like shonen anime, but I like.
yeah, it
a
doesn't
certain
feel
magical
very
index.
shonen.
It doesn't feel
Yeah, it's
shonen.
got really mature like writing in it, especially in the when it gets to Railgun. Like you start watching that, and it's all about one of the female level 5s who a lot of the plot revolves around. She gets like her own show where they kind of slow it down and like kind of show things from her perspective, and
Kind
it's
of like
really
a
cool,
slice
too.
of life thing, but
Yeah, it's-
sometimes she explodes people with lightning.
Yes.
Cool.
So
Yeah, she can like light a quarter and then flick it at something and then burn like this like giant hole in it, and she can control all electricity. It's like great.
she's 13.
She's 15, I think.
Is she 15?
Her like other classmates are like 14, I think.
Needless to say,
Not going to say
she
hot.
is in middle
Yeah,
school.
everyone's
I don't know
under.
anything about this anime, and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, I need to watch
Yeah.
it and watch
No,
this.
everyone, practically everyone in the show is underage.
And
It's-
she
it's
she
for-
wears shorts under her school uniform.
goodness.
So
Good.
when she's flying all over the place, she is wearing little
Good.
shorts.
That's actually an improvement for
Yeah,
anime.
her
Well-
best friend doesn't.
Oh,
but
no.
Don't get me
she
wrong
does.
though. The show gets into fan servicey stuff
Yeah,
often.
you can't. You
A
can't
lot of it.
watch. I can never again watch episode 2 of the scientific railgun anime. I just skip it. I'm just like that's not a thing that happened.
Yeah, I just as somebody who doesn't watch a lot of anime, I just let that stuff wash over me because I'm like, well, this is for somebody else. But I'm here for story and
Yes.
lightning quarters.
You don't even really have to skip the
Lightning
whole
quarters are
episode.
cool.
If you just go like halfway in, then you're good.
Okay. I don't watch a lot of anime, but I know there's certain things where it's like I need to watch what I say.
Yeah, but no, it's been a great show. I really enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
if you haven't checked it out, it's all out there on Crunchyroll. They've been making this show for like 20 years.
And there's like 4 seasons.
There's like 4 seasons of Index, and it's like they just ended the 4th one or the 3rd one or something like recently, I think.
Yeah, they have 4 of Index, right? No, maybe.
I think
don't
it's
know.
3 of Index, 3 of Railgun, 1 of Accelerator.
Gotcha.
But that's that's like,
But really
again,
good.
That's 20 years of stuff, and then there's like
Because
light
the
novels
manga has
and
been running for so long.
yeah, the manga, the light novels, like there's a ton of it. Anyway, I didn't mean for this plug to get so long.
No,
was
you're
just like,
fine.
that's just what I've been
Well,
watching.
I'm
you
learning.
had it's my fault because I know and like.
It's always Russ's fault.
Thanks.
I was giving Rachel time to think.
Oh yeah, because you just sprung this on me. And now...
That's why I let you go last.
Yeah,
what
but
is
I'm
what is
panicking.
something you think people might like?
Okay.
It can be anything that you like.
So my latest obsession this week is the new game that just came out by previous Telltale developers, Dispatch. So I would.
Is that the one where they're peeing?
Yes, it is the one where
Okay.
they're peeing. So it's an episodic adventure, or like choose your own path kind of game.
Choose your own urination path.
Yeah, where it's you're a previous superhero who now is dispatching villains around previous villains, now heroes around the city to take care of problems. But it's very Telltale elemental, like, you know, you'll be in a conversation, then you have to pick what you want to say, and obviously that will have different results.
Telltale. That's
Well, it's not Telltale, it's now ad hoc, but it's like,
sure,
yeah.
I know, I get it.
And also Critical Role helped with it too.
Okay, all I knew was the peeing, so maybe I'll check it out now.
Yeah, it's really good. Aaron Paul voices the main character. There's a lot of the Critical Role people, like Ashley Johnson, Matt Mercer, so I can't name them all because I'm so bad at names anyway. But it's very, very entertaining. The art style is beautiful. It's very seamless, and it's funny, but it's also like very heartfelt. And so the first 2 episodes are, I don't know if I'm going to date this if I say like the first 2
This episode won't come out for like a year.
Oh, okay. Well, so all the episodes will probably be out, but at the moment, only the first 2 episodes are out. And then they're going to be releasing them weekly until like mid-November for the story to wrap up. So
if it's not done by the time this episode comes out, something has gone very wrong.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
we
I guess
didn't get a dark hour.
Yeah, seriously.
Russ, no.
So Dispatch, I'm really enjoying. I'm obsessed with. I want to keep just playing it, the first 2 episodes over and over, which is not good because your choices, you know, change the story. So it's like I gotta stay with what I have until the end. And then if you've been living under a rock, play Expedition 33. It is the best game ever, and the music is frickin' bangy. And
there's a teenage girl that you don't have sex with.
Yeah, she's actually just a cool teenage girl.
That's the best kind of teenage girl.
And you're
honestly.
just like, yeah, she's cool. But she is a teenager, and it's got like Charlie Cox as a voice actor, Ben Starr.
Oh my God, Ben Starr.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and hopefully by this time that this comes out, it's won Game of the Year many, many, many times, and the music has won Game of the Year many, many, many times, and then other special shout out to my cat Mulligan, who is old and I love him.
Everybody should enjoy her cat. Everybody go by Rachel's apartment.
Yes. Don't, but if you want
How
pictures of my
old is
cat,
he?
He's like 16.
Okay.
He's old, yeah. He's either 16 to 17 because I adopted him, so no one knows. But but he's going strong. He can't see. He's blind. But he's eating and drinking and loving life and cuddling. And,
Oh, I love an old pet.
yeah, he's my old man. He's a handsome old man.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mulligan. I hope
Yeah.
you're alive when this episode comes out.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening. We will see you next time for Suikoden 3.
Yay.
Bye.
Well, most of us will see you next time for Suikoden 3.
You're going to be glad Rachel and I aren't on the same podcast.
Or sad.
Bye.
Bye.
儚くたゆたむ世界を君の手で守ったから今はただ翼を畳んでゆっくり眠りなさい永遠の安らぎに包まれて Love through all eternity 優しく見守る私のこの手で眠りなさい笑ってた泣いてた怒ってた君のこと覚えている忘れないいつまでも決して until my life is exhausted 輝く輝くひととき
Home on the RNG is a presentation of Mad Centaur Productions. You can find Jeff on YouTube at youtube.com/Centaur Productions or on Twitter at Jeff Centaur. You can find Russ on Twitter at RussMac25. You can find Chris on Twitch at twitch.tv/LiarExaggerate or on Twitter at EnrichFlavor. Thank you for listening, and remember to save your game before powering off this podcast.
取り持ってさ君を哀れ
to make it an ASMR podcast. So
Sorry, Rachel, you still have peanut butter on your teeth
Yeah.
from the dog treat
Yes.
you ate in front of the
Yes.
dog.
Please leave this in. Rachel and I shared a dog treat
Yeah, you
prior to recording.
You took one of the dog's cooked peanut butter cookies, ate it in front of the dog, and offered them none.
I wouldn't do this to any other dog except Zoe, and then Penny by
Yeah.
by being
Feel
around,
justified. It's
being
fine.
nearby.
You come into a person's house and you're like, "Oh, are those dog treats? Can I have one?" Yum yum.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you painted us nicely because we asked first.
they were great.
They were
Yeah.
so good. I really want to know what that peanut butter is.
If you want to share treats with your dogs, 3 Dog Bakery. Food for humans and dogs alike.
I had to share some of this with my coworkers.
Yeah, I would just put them in like a nice little tray and just be like, I brought cookies.
Chris is over there questioning some of his life
Any-
decisions.
No, not at all. I know
Any
people who-
coworkers that happen to be listening, you're gonna get a Nutter Butter.
Yeah, I'm about to make homemade Nutter Butters.
This is just the way I look. I'm down for anything.
Chris is down to clown.
Drink some water to get this peanut.
Do we all sound awfully loud?
Okay.
I have to get it out first. I have to take another drink of water.
Yeah, wash out the dog treat.
I think we're good now.
Professionals.
Yeah.
This is how every session
I
starts.
have a moist mouth, okay? So
That's healthy.
I can't help it. Good. Yeah. Well, I do drink water constantly, so I stay hydrated. Thank you.
Take my glasses off.
I
They're
am funny.
falling. I'm crying.
Rachel's crying so hard she has to take off her fake glasses.
Oh, do you just wear them
I
for
need
fun?
my glasses to see for the podcast.
No, you don't. They're not real glasses.
Where are my glasses? I can't see without my glasses. I can't podcast without my glasses.
Yes, you can. You don't need glasses. Are we ready for real? Now that we've dog treated and glasses and ASMR'd.
Yep. Time to burn my bread.
Yeah, it does say in the okay. We're gonna bring that up.
We are
Because
gonna bring that up.
especially in the remake.
Also,
it
chicken brown meow.
sounds like
Oh, dear God. Somehow bringing Rachel has made it worse.
Welcome. Okay, those are going over there.
Those are in my notes. I wrote that down. I didn't even know
Burn
she
my
was going to
bread.
be here, so that was all me.